Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm with my sister, Abbie, and I'm just going to be doing her makeup today, and we're just going to talk and try and act like we regularly do. So a lot of people think that Abbie's the older sister, but actually I am, and we're 3 years apart, even though we look like twins or I look like the younger one, but it's alright. So I'm just going to be starting off by doing her base, and I'm going to use the Shimmer Gold Fix Plus on her, just a couple, like, to get her nice and, like, glowy to start off with. And then I'm going to go in with the Tarte Clean Slate Timeless Smoothing Primer and just press it into, like, her nose area, where she might have some pores, but she doesn't really have that many. I'm just going to kind of put it on, and maybe on the chin a little bit, just like in here, and just blend it in with this Eco Tool sponge. I'm also going to go in with some MAC Strobe Cream just on the high points of her face to add like a base, so she looks really glowy for the summer. And I'm going to be going in for foundation with the MAC Next to Nothing Face Color in Light Plus, just to like even out her skin tone a little bit and to add like a nice base for foundation. So I'm just going to be stippling this on all over her face to just take away some of like the redness on her face. Because this has like no coverage at all, it's just to even everything together. And she already did her eyebrows off camera and concealed them and stuff because I'm not that good at doing her eyebrows. Even though when I first started doing makeup, I would practice on hers all the time. Do you want to tell them what you used on your eyebrows?
I used an e.l.f. pomade. I don't know what one whichever one you have.
I think it's just in the shade dark or something.
And I used, I don't know what brow powder you have.
It's called the LA Colors Brow Powder Duo. It's like 2 dark browns. I got it in an Ipsy bag a long time ago. And she used them.
Yeah, that's all I used.
And then carved them out with
a Morphe flat brush and the, I forgot what it's called.
Catrice concealer.
Yeah, liquid camouflage concealer.
And I'm going to be going in for foundation with the Maybelline Super Stay foundation in the shade Natural Ivory. And I'm just going to pick that up with her Morphe highlight and contour sponge, and we love this sponge, don't we?
Yeah.
And I'm just basically working in small sections of the face because this dries down pretty quick. I used to do Abbie's makeup a lot, but then she started to get like good at it. So I don't really anymore. When we're going places, I just kind of will do her makeup when we're bored or like late at night when we're like up, kind of like right now.
And then I sleep in it.
Yeah, and then she sleeps in it, and then the next morning I wake up and I'm like, why do you do this? Because that's so
bad for your
freaking skin. She will clog her pores so bad because I pack it on. Because at night when I do her makeup, I just kind of like to like experiment with it and like use a ton. And then she goes and sleeps in it. And then I'm mad at her. Okay, that looks pretty good. Next for concealer, I'm going in with the MAC Water Weight Concealer in the shade NW15. And I just got this, and I'm just experimenting with it and getting used to it. It's a very different formula than any other concealer. And I have not used this on you yet. So, get your hairs all over. Just look up for me and I'm going to drop it on. It's the most lightweight concealer, so like you think you need to add more, but you don't. Like you do not need a lot of this stuff because it is pretty good coverage. And I'm just going to also bounce that in with this sponge. And it just blends like water, kind of. Can you even like feel it on you?
I don't know a lot of concealers that are like in serums.
Yeah, it's like the only one that's like in a dropper like that I've seen. And I love this sponge because it gets so close right under the eye, better than any other sponge that I have. Because most of the other sponges just have a pointy side, but this one, the flat top, really gets right under the lash line, and I love it. Alright, next to set that down and bake a little bit, I'm going with the Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder. And I'm going to have her just look up, and I'm going to blend out the creases really quick in this eye and just keep looking up. And I'm going to dip in and just press it in right under the eye and bake under there. And then to the next side. I like to just press in setting powder instead of like swiping it on because I feel like it really just like locks it in. And I'm also going to bake on the other places where I put concealer as well, and all over the nose and chin. And just kind of dot it around on the rest of the face. Okay. Next, I'm going in with the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I'm going to just pick up a little bit of these lighter powders and kind of just brush it all over the entire face to set it and dust away the bake. Because I don't like to bake for that long, because I feel like it can either leave a white cast or stick to dry patches. And I just kind of like to feel the face to feel if it still feels tacky, and then add a little more powder if needed, because if you don't set the foundation and you just go in with like bronzer or contour or something right on top of it, it will look like mud on your skin and it will not look good. I've probably made that mistake on you before when I didn't know. Okay, so next I'm going to go in with this little, I don't know what it is because it rubbed off, like kind of angled brush and just contour her cheeks a little bit. I'm going with this first shade in the Kat Von D palette and just tapping off the excess and just going in on her cheekbone and just kind of blending it in. I don't contour a lot on other people because it's hard to see where the cheekbone is, like on someone else's face that's not your own, because you kind of just know your own face. And it's hard to learn somebody else's face, but I do know Abbie's face pretty well because I've been doing her makeup for probably 2 years now.
Yeah.
I think I really got into makeup my sophomore year of high school, and I would want to do Abbie's makeup like every night. Do you remember me doing your makeup a lot?
Yeah. It always looked pretty good to me.
Yeah. And I think we thought it looked really good because we didn't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't look bad, but it wasn't like it is now. I didn't know really anything. I've learned everything I know from YouTube. Okay, and then I'm going to contour Abbie's nose, which is my favorite thing to do on her because her nose just has the perfect, like, bridge to contour. And this is actually Abbie's brush, the Morphe B40 brush, and I just took it from her.
Now I can't contour my nose anymore. It's okay.
It's a good contour brush.
Even though it's for eyes.
It just fits right on the sides of the nose. And I just go in and then blend it down if it looks too harsh. And I'm going to take this little Eco Tools blending sponge and go in with this first shade right here and just pick it up and go right along the edge right here and just kind of clean up that line. And it makes it look more skinny in the end. And then if you look at it and it looks a little too harsh, you can just take the other side and just kind of blend it. And it makes everything blend together. Okay. Next, I'm going to go in with bronzer, and I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil and the milk chocolate and just the regular chocolate and just kind of mix them together on her today. So I'm going to go in with the Real Techniques brush in multitask face brush. It's like angled and it like really just fits right along the cheekbone right there so you don't go underneath and go crazy. So I'm going to go in with the light one, the just regular one first, the milk chocolate one first, and just kind of like stamp it along. Oh my god, I just tasted it. I just tasted it.
Smells so good.
It really went in my mouth. It tastes so good. And then with bronzer, I also like to just take it down the neck a little bit because I don't always like to take foundation down people's necks because it gets on clothes, and so I just like to do that step with kind of bronzer. And it also like makes the jaw look more sharp too. And then I just take a little bit of the darker one on Abbie, just like a little, and just put it like back up here more on both sides. Alright, for blush, I'm going in with the Burt's Bees Toasted Cinnamon again to just mix in the blush and bronzer to look like more meshed together. I'm going to go in with the Morphe M405 blush brush and just go in with that and put it back on like the cheekbone and not so much on the apple. And this just gives like a bronzed blush look. And then I go in with the Kylie Pressed Blush Powder in the shade Hot and Bothered and just kind of go in with that on more of the apple of the cheek and then blend it in with the Toasted Cinnamon. And Abbie hates blush, but I love blush, so whenever I do Abbie's makeup, I love to put blush on her.
And she puts so much on.
I love it. It looks so pretty on her. No.
No, it doesn't go on your forehead.
Okay, and if you ever think that your powders look too harsh, what I've learned is you can go in with like a powder brush, and I go back in with like any face powder that I was using already. So I'm going to go in with these, and you can just kind of like go over it a little bit, and it makes it look more blended together and as one. And not so harsh on her more of fair skin. Alright, next I'm going to go in with a little bit of eyeshadow, and I've told my channel before that I'm just getting into eyeshadow and I don't really do it. So I'm just going to do like a really simple look, like 1 or 2 colors on Abbie today, because that's what I would do. Like if Abbie asked me to do her makeup, that's what I would do. So I'm just going to go in with some simple colors and we'll see how it goes. So I'm going in with the Morphe M441 brush, and she actually gave me this brush to get started with eyeshadow because I didn't really have any brushes and she had a couple of them. So she gave me it to use. And I'm going in with the Nubian palette by Juvia's Place. And I'm just taking this top shade right here and this one. And just go in like a transition shade on Abbie. And I just like to go back and forth. That's what I've been learning on myself. Just back and forth, like right in the eye crease. Just make a nice transition from her natural eyelid color. I don't even know if I've ever done eyeshadow on you.
I don't think so.
I don't know if it was maybe when we were like little.
And it was pink and silver.
Blue.
Oh.
Wait.
Purple.
I don't remember. We used to do makeup a lot, like in our basement, I think. But
Whatever we could find at Claire's.
yeah. Or we got as a gift or something. Yeah. For Christmas, like one of those big plastic things with like all those eyeshadows in it. So I'm basically just doing like a light wash of color just to make it look like she has a little something on. And then what I've also been doing, she has something is just like also taking that first shade and like just like bringing it underneath if you want to look up, just to make everything smooth and like look as one. Okay, next I'm going to go in with my Kylie brush again and just go into like a little bit of a darker shade, just like one tap in, and just go in on the outer edge. You really can't even tell, but like it just adds a little more definition to her eye shape. And this is basically just like an everyday, not everyday, but like if we were going to dinner with our family or something, this is what I would do. If she wanted me to, because she usually just does her own makeup now. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I'm going to go in with just a little shimmer on the inner part of her eyelid, and which one does she want me to use? Okay, so I'm going in with this shade right here. I'm going to pick some up on the brush and then just spray it with a little bit of my Fix Plus again. Do it away from you. And I'm just going to put it on the inner part of her eyelid. And it just adds a little more dimension to a simple look. And I kind of just like to stamp it on so it looks more metallic and pretty. Okay, and we're basically done with eyeshadow. I don't really do that much.
It looks good though.
Natural.
Like it. Looks like something I'd do on myself.
Okay, I'm going to go in with more Fix Plus on the face to melt those powders together, and then we're going to go in with highlighter. And what I like to do is just take a sponge I was using and just like dab it in. I'm just having Abbie pop on some mascara herself. And then I'm going to attempt to put lashes on Abbie. I think I'm actually good at putting them on you, if I can remember correctly.
On me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like terrible at putting them on myself. Like I cannot do it. I don't know why, I just can't do it.
Did you tell them the $7 pair of lashes?
Yeah, so I bought these $7 pair. I know $7 isn't that much, but it is. So I bought these lashes from Ulta. They were like Ardell Wispies or something, and they were so beautiful. And I bought them, and I spent probably close to an hour trying to put them on myself. And I cut them up and I ripped them. I literally destroyed them. And in one day. So it kind of just was like,
all for nothing.
all for nothing.
Like, she didn't even get to wear them.
No, I was just like trying to put them on, and I destroyed them.
All over my desk.
I was just getting angry. So I bought these for prom. They're the Lily lashes in the shade Diamonds.
Shade.
In the style Diamonds. They're very long and beautiful. I wore them for prom. So I didn't put them on myself. I had someone who's very good at them put them on me. So I'm going to put the Duo lash glue on them. It's the one that's like in the green one. I don't know if this is vegan or something. This one's different than the other ones. So,
yeah, it's purple. Or are they all purple?
No, this one is. So this one like goes on when you put it on. I'm just going to brush it on, and like it goes on purple, and then once it turns clear, they're ready to put on. So once the glue dries, I'm going to attempt to put this on her. And that's one lash on.
Those are pretty.
They're so long. And crazy. Like, I wouldn't wear them. Like, I mean, I think I would wear them to, like, a fancy dinner, but they're so prom. They're perfect for prom. Alright. Let's see if it's ready. And we're on. Those are very long and crazy, but it's fine. And next we're going in with our favorite part, highlighter, in Jeffree Star Cosmetics Eclipse, the collab with Manny. We both love Manny and Jeffree. So I'm going to go in with this. I'm going in with the Y14 highlighter brush, and I'm just going to dazzle it in. Swirl it in. Pretty, pretty. And I always love to take it above the brow. Abbie doesn't really wear highlighter that much, do you?
No, I haven't worn highlighter in like a while. Probably since prom.
But it's so pretty. And then I'm going to take it on a smaller brush. The M431 brush. On a tiny, teeny little brush. And do it on the inner corner. Brow bone. And we're highlighted.
We're high lit.
Okay. After highlighter, well, I do this step at random times, but I like to go back in with any sponge that we were using. Go in with the brightening powders in here, and just go back in under the eye, just in case we ever lost that brightness under the eye, because that's like my favorite part of most looks, is how bright an under eye can actually look. And I also go back in on the chin and forehead as well to brighten it up again. Because sometimes you can lose that brightness that a concealer gives after bronzer and contour and stuff. Alright, we're going in with lips, and I'm going to go in with the Kylie lip liner in the shade Dolce K, and I'm just gonna this needs to be sharpened. Gonna line her lips. It's hard to talk when you're doing such a
precise job.
Is that your tooth? Okay, after that, I'm going in with the...
What is
Maybelline lipstick tube in the shade Beige Babe. It's a really pretty, like, pinky nude. So I just gotta put it on the center where I didn't put the lip liner. She'll rub them together so it, like, blends in the cracks. And last but not least, I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Sweet Peach Creamy Peach Oil Lip Gloss in the shade
Peach Fuzz?
It smells so good.
I love it. I can't believe I sold mine.
Why would you ever sell it? Take a smell.
And I forgot I had it.
And I'm just going to go in barely just a little bit on the center just to finish off the look. You can rub them together.
I don't even like peaches. But it smells so good.
And the lips are complete. Now we're just going to go ahead and set the face with the Gerard Cosmetics Slay All Day Setting Spray in the Smell Coconut. It smells so good. Alright. I'm going to try to avoid the eyelashes, but it's probably going to be impossible. I'm just going to, like, cover her eye with this.
What?
Yeah, if I get this on your lash glue, it might come off. And I'm just going to go ahead and dab that in again so it doesn't leave any, like, white dots on her face or anything. Alright, everyone. I'm done doing my little sister's makeup. I love the way it looks. I think it looks really pretty, and she's beat to the gods. I don't usually say things like that. But I really like it. I don't think I've ever done something like this on you.
No, it looks pretty natural and nice.
It's, like, natural, but, I mean, not really.
From, like, my skin is natural, but, like...
Yeah, it doesn't look all cakey and, like...
Yeah, looks good.
Powdery. So, this is it. If you guys want to see more of her on my channel, if you guys maybe want to see her do mine, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And we're probably just going to do that anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do it after this.
I'm so tired.
Oh, maybe I might convince her.
I'll change my shirt so it looks like we filmed it on another day.
Me too.
Right.
Bye.
Bye, guys.